We all know that stress is a problem, right? You also heard that the low-carb dieting and all the different ways to diet and that sugar's bad for you and all that. Let me give you some inside information about sugar. Just imagine that if you ate sugar, it would be the same thing as ruthlessly stressing yourself out. Let's say your boss is yelling at you. Let's say that the kids are screaming or something's wrong. Let's say you're having trouble at home with husband. Let's say that there's job stress. Let's say you're stuck in traffic. The one thing that determines a stress response is the elevation of the stress hormones. And those hormones are called adrenaline and cortisol. So just remember that. What does that got to do with eating sugar? Seems strange, doesn't it? Well, if you understand that adrenaline and cortisol are operating one side of your metabolism, there's another big hormone, we call it insulin, that's operating the other side of your metabolism. And those two are connected to one another. This one goes up, it's like a teeter-totter. Insulin is going to go down. Insulin goes up, this one's going to go down. But here's what's going to happen. If you spike them dramatically, either one way or another, when they go up, sends a message to the brain. And the brain then says, all right, if you've elevated my stress hormone, I got to prepare insulin to be able to put back everything that the stress is taking away, right? Okay, now on the other side, if you eat too much sugar, guess what's happening? You're elevating your insulin. So what initially happens is insulin goes up, and this high level of insulin is going to do something ruthless, and it's going to take all of that sugar out of your bloodstream, and then there's going to be a deficit. It's going to produce or deal with that situation, and now you've got too much out. Many of you know that as this feeling called hypoglycemia, or you're jittery and you need to eat, or you know, at some point you realize that, man, it's been a long time and your appetite just kicks in. That feeling of low blood sugar is what we're talking about. So you can artificially make that happen. Here's how eating sugar is the same thing as stressing yourself out. When your brain senses that insulin is taking too much sugar out of your bloodstream, your brain sends the alarm to adrenaline and cortisol in order to raise up, because what those hormones do is they get into your muscle tissue and into your liver, and they pull out all the sugar so that you can get it back into your bloodstream. What is stress? Elevation of adrenaline and cortisol. So your brain is ordering the elevation of adrenaline and cortisol. So you've just stressed yourself out as a rebound effect from overeating sugar. Here's a quick tip. If you can, number one, just sort of help yourself on the stress end to control a little bit more of your stress. But if you realize that part of the reason that you might be having trouble controlling the stress in your life, why you get overstressed, why you get overwhelmed, why you feel stressed out, could be because you're overeating and constantly overconsuming all of these sugar and bad carbohydrates because you're stressing yourself out in the same way and you don't even know it. So the combination of maybe helping yourself perceive and look at things a little bit differently, maybe a little meditation, maybe something that helps to calm you down, that would be beneficial. But if you're still over here eating sugar and bad carbohydrates, I guarantee you it's going to be a heck of a lot harder for you to mellow out and become less stressed because you're stressing yourself out over here. Do the combination of both and learn how to curtail the amount of bad carbohydrates that you're eating so you're not spiking that insulin level, and I guarantee you, you're going to feel so good, so fast, that it'll be absolutely amazing to you, and it's just a marvelous feeling to get that straightened out and squared away, and to be living from a place in your life to where you're calm inside, energetic outside, brain and body are functioning the way that you want it.